Do you consent to start recording the podcast, Empty Estes?
No.
Oh. Well, we're doing it anyway.
Let's do it. We're doing it live. What's been going on, bud?
Oh, well, a lot of things, actually. A lot of stuff's been going on.
Yeah, tell me about them.
Well, like personally, in my personal life, a lot of stuff's been going on. And I'm going to have to like search deep into my memory to recall like the gaming news that's been going on. The gaming news that's been happening.
There's been a little too much real life, not enough virtual.
Yeah, it's been more real life than digital things. I'm still making videos. I'm still doing stuff, which is good. I'm playing some different games. I found a couple of new like demos to try out, a couple of new things to play. It's been pretty neat.
I've been seeing some variety from you. I'm like, oh, who's this guy?
Yeah. There's I guess it started with Holstin. Did you watch my video on Holstin?
No, I did see that you played it, but I wanted to play it too, so I didn't watch it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I saw that game, and then that kind of inspired me to look around a little bit more, and I found a couple of others that I thought looked really cool, like that John Wick one. I thought was really sick.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, I was going to cover that one too, actually. that one looks like a lot of fun. Yeah.
What was that one called? It was called Suit for Hire.
Yeah, Suit for Hire. Yeah, that one looked pretty sick, man. It looked pretty slick. Like I've seen like people do like VR videos of essentially just that as well. So I was like, oh,
what?
Man.
VR videos?
It's like a VR. There's a VR version of that game essentially that I like always see on like when I'm going through Instagram reels. Like I'll always see like just someone like doing some crazy line of like killing people like through a building or something.
I've seen those too. Yeah. I gotta play something like that, man. I just put out a video on VR video actually on The Walking Dead.
Oh, sick. How you been liking it? I know it's one of your favorites.
It's really good. It came out a while back now at this point, maybe like 5 or 6 years ago, but it's still really, really good.
Yeah, one day I'll get back into that. I was actually just looking at some not VR just yet, not yet, but because I'm seeing
you just quit VR like last week.
I'm seeing things come out, man, that are like I just watched. I don't know if you watched Tested at all, which is like another cool channel for like tech stuff.
I know of it. I don't really watch it though.
Yeah, that is a good channel, but they cover a lot of like the VR stuff too. So they'll get like glasses. So it's like just like they'll get glasses from different companies. There's like really starting to blend like AR and VR and like very small form factors. So I feel like we're just like very close to just a boom of like something happening and all this stuff being like, I don't know, just like really out there, like in ways that we never conceived. Like all these things coming in like really small form packages like that, like will just make it so much more comfortable and easy to do, which is kind of my biggest hang up with VR right now. It's just really annoying to get all set up and then play the games, unfortunately.
I know, man. I'm right there with you. Are you aware of the Bigscreen Beyond headset?
Bigscreen Beyond? No, I'm not. Yeah. I'm going to look it up while we're talking.
It's a little itty bitty headset. It's like as big as a pair of glasses, actually.
Oh, I think I have seen these. I've definitely seen like the shape of them.
Yeah, they're wired only. Unfortunately, they're for PC VR wired only. It's a self-contained thing. All it has is a display and it connects to the PC and it does PC VR. But it's really high quality, and I don't think it has eye tracking or anything like that. Anyways, if we can get really advanced connectivity features, wireless, everything all into like a package like that, a tiny little package like the Bigscreen Beyond, that would be like the ideal VR future in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think it's far because honestly, like I was saying, just the biggest pain in the butt about VR is like the fact that it's like VR.
Yeah, you have this big, you have this big old thing strapped to your face.
Yeah, it's like if it's more of a seamless thing where it's like I could just sit down at a computer and do it real quick, like that's I know a lot different. But I feel there's so much of a commitment of like, okay, let me like get the straps on, let me like adjust the headset, make sure it's comfortable. It's not comfortable. No matter what I do, it's still not comfortable.
You got to go through a whole like gearing up montage to like just play a game in VR.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, I'm gonna die. So that's my big news for the week. I'm gonna die.
What?
It's terminal. My
what?
my tooth cracked in half. It was a crown,
your
actually.
Tooth. Oh no!
Dude.
You told me about that? How's that going?
Dude, okay, so for background for everyone that doesn't know the story, I've told it a million times already, but I'm gonna overshare, and I shared the same thing over and over again. You'll come to love that about me, I'm sure. So what happened was I thought this tooth had been a dead tooth because I haven't been to the dentist in so long. I forgot that it was a crown. I was like, one day I just looked in the mirror. I was like, dude, I haven't looked at my mouth in a while. This tooth looks like fucked up. This looks like it might be dead.
Oh my God.
Not realizing it was a crown. And like, it was just kind of like bleeding a little bit because I think like my gums were irritated from like the crown coming off. And I was like, oh, this shit is like messed up. I might get blood poisoning. I thought I was like maybe gonna die. And I was like, well, I don't have the money. We'll just put it off until it's an emergency like I normally do. And then
Jesus Christ.
And then we'll take care of it. America.
America.
So I was sitting down for a bowl of ramen, right, for lunch, and and like just a soft noodle, man, and just a little soft noodle. I put it in my mouth, and it was like still kind of hot, and then my tooth just goes pop, and like I was like, oh, what was that? I didn't realize it was my tooth just yet, and then like I was like, okay, well, I felt something kind of weird, so I was like looking around my mouth a little bit. I was like, maybe something weird with my tooth. I'm not really sure just yet. So I think it only cracked at that point. So I was like, well, I think I'm okay. So I like took another bite, and then like the crown, half of the crown fell out. And I was like, oh, that's part of my tooth. And then I had to go to a 30-minute meeting like within 2 minutes after that. And I was like, guys, I gotta go. I gotta go get this taken care of.
That sounds brutal. Does it hurt? Are you in any pain right now, or did you get it fixed?
I did get it. It's almost going to be fixed. Okay. I went to the dentist, and they were like, not a dead tooth. It was a crown that cracked. And I was like, oh shit. Because I was looking inside, and like, I guess like when I got the crown previously, they had shaved off like most of my tooth to put the new crown on. So like it didn't hurt at all. It felt fine. I was like, they're like, so you're not experiencing any pain? I was like, no, I feel fine. So they give me a temporary, like they took off the rest of the crown, clean up my tooth, put like a temporary crown on, and then I'm gonna go get my permanent one in like a week from now. But now like this temporary crown is in, it is killing me. It is so painful. Oh, like no. I'm gonna die from destroying my liver because of how much ibuprofen I have to take right now.
Oh, jeez.
Like I don't know what I did, but I must have like nudged the cement over while I was like flossing or something. And like, because it was like, maybe it was like the day that I got it, but like, oh my God. Like just every now and then it just like, oh, like this is like, it'll wake me up at night because how much it hurts.
Buddy.
So I have like 7 more days until I go get the new one.
Jeez. I'm sorry. That sounds awful.
Dude, I can't believe that like this is the painful part of this. Honestly,
I was like, fine before, hilarious. And then they went and had to try and fix it. God damn it.
This is why we don't go to the dentist. Everything was fine.
Oh man, I actually have a pretty regular like regimen about going to the dentist. I schedule my next appointment at like while I'm there finishing up my current one, and I go boom, 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 like twice a year, whatever.
Do they make you pay for it in Canada?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I was wondering if like it was just the healthcare that was free.
Well, it's like free, quote unquote, free healthcare. It's not exactly that, but anyways,
really? Okay.
Without getting into that, I did have health insurance when I was at my old job, so that covered it. But anyways, okay. I actually had a similar thing that happened last year. The place that I go to, they don't do crowns. They do like this epoxy like filler type stuff. So if you have a cavity, they'll drill it out and then they'll fill. They won't take the whole top of the tooth off. They'll just drill out the part that has the cavity in it, and then they'll fill the hole with this epoxy like resin type stuff, and then harden it with like a blue light. They gave me one of those in 2023, and then in 2024, that filling popped out.
Dude, that happened to me too with that same stuff.
So I just had this massive crater in my tooth, and it was super sensitive to everything.
Yeah.
So I was like, I got to get this replaced. I went in, got it replaced, and then it happened again to the exact same tooth.
Oh my gosh, man!
So I had to get it filled in again.
They're farming the system.
They're farming me.
It's like he's never gonna catch on. We're giving him the crapperware, man.
But you know what? Knock on wood, this second filling seems to be holding pretty well. So,
well, that's good. I'm glad.
Me too.
I'm very glad. What was sorry, I kind of interjected my own life stories before you got to share yours. What were you gonna say? You had some life stuff going on.
Oh, well, so I got my basement floor redone.
Yes,
I think we talked about that a little bit. Yes, no more cat pee. It smells great down there now.
Love it.
And we're kind of in the process of turning the basement into a home gym. So we got, right, I think I mentioned this to you as well. I have the squat rack down there. I haven't finished building it yet since we're doing the flooring, but I'm going to get back to that, probably finish it this weekend. And then we went out yesterday, and I was planning on streaming last night, but I couldn't because I was out doing this. I went out and I got an old used exercise bike.
Nice.
And that's going to be my cardio for like the wintertime and stuff. And I actually love running, but it really messes up my knees. I have really bad knees, and it's really painful.
Dude, the marathon you owe was pretty hard.
Yeah. You know what? Little spoiler alert. I have an action camera.
It's happening.
I'm working on it. I haven't set it up yet.
No way.
But it is going to happen. Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's not going to be a marathon though.
It's a marathon in the milk suit with a drone following you.
Absolutely.
We all agreed on this.
No. Absolutely not. I will be cringing so hard on the inside. Even just wearing the camera, I'll be cringing on the inside.
Dude, you got to get the wife to follow you around in the car. So you get some like action shots of you just like running with the nice camera.
Oh, Jesus.
Do some like depth of field kind of stuff. Get like the feet hitting the pavement. The sweat off the brow, man.
Super artistic.
Yeah,
I love it.
Dude.
I can picture it.
I think this is probably the way it's got to go if we're not getting the milk suit.
Oh man, we'll see what happens.
Hell yeah.
So how are you doing in the world of like video game land? But you've been playing a lot of Scum recently.
Dude, I've been scumming it up, man. I am hooked right now. I thought I was hooked on Dune. I'm hooked on Scum. Scum, I was honestly so surprised how good this game is. I'd seen it around before because it's been around for like 6 or 7 years at this point.
Yeah, it's been in early access for a long time.
Yeah, so I was like, I know I've seen it, and I was like, I've seen it go on sale for like nothing, and I was like, yeah, I think I'm okay. I think Daisy's probably just better. Boy, was I wrong. This game is so much better than Daisy, man. Like,
wow.
Things make sense. Like,
you're probably going to piss a lot of people off by saying that.
I don't think so. I think it's pretty unanimous. Like, I feel like everyone I've talked to is like, yeah, man. Like people that even like Daisy are like, yeah, no, Daisy's like good, but like I think Scum is actually better.
Oh my God.
There's so much more you can do, it feels like, and like I'm building bases, I'm eating things, like I can see my macros inside the game, like what? It's kind of crazy that way, like you have to like pee and poo, which is kind of crazy. Last night, dude, I met this I think he was a Russian guy on stream, and he was streaming too, I guess. He's been playing Scum for a while, and I met up with him like by happenstance. He was like just driving somewhere, and then like since I'm still super new, I don't have a car yet, and it takes like a lot of money to get a car. So you have to like go and scavenge stuff and like sell stuff to like traders and stuff to get money to buy things like that. So he picked me up, and he was like, we were just kind of shooting this shit, and then eventually I just like go back to his base, and he's like, hey man, you should try these mushrooms. They're like some psilocybin mushrooms.
I was just watching MTS. No, sorry, not. I was watching Aqua FPS play this game, and he had the mushrooms. I'm sorry.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You go on. Continue with your story. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, man, yeah, I'll do a drug trip. That sounds really funny. So I take the mushrooms, and I shit you, this was like a 4-hour experience, like like literally the rest of that night, and then this morning I had to sit through this. So at first it was like some auditory hallucinations, and then like you start getting like the booms, like where it's like where you're like, I don't know if you've ever done shrooms before, but like what happens, like you kind of like start peaking a bunch of times, and that's what called like booming. So you kind of like you get some visual hallucinations of like colors coming around you and like pulsating, and then it all just kind of comes to a head and like into a giant big flash, and then like some like world event would happen. So at one point, like a crow kept landing on my shoulder that like wasn't actually there.
Yeah.
People around me like started wearing different stuff like that they weren't actually wearing, and then eventually just like a horde of like tiny little zombies came running after me.
Oh man!
And then just screaming the entire time. It was like it just went from like a really funny trip to like a real bad trip for the next like that. It took. I think I took like 4, maybe like 20 of them. Like 20 of the mushrooms.
You took 20 mushrooms.
And yeah, so I think it ended up being like almost 4 hours. Because
Holy
this morning
shit.
I was playing, trying to finish my base, and I was still tripping. I was
Yeah, you might have overdone
gone.
it a little bit. Holy crap.
Dude. Yeah, it was nuts. Uh, so yeah, I've been very much enjoying Scum. It's been, I don't know, like when you think about Dune, like the survival crafting is so condensed in that game compared to something like Scum. Like you can like, I think eventually like get kind of like established in Scum where you like get a bed. You know, you if you're depending what server you're on, you can like lock all of your stuff and then eventually respawn in that bed. So like I feel like the hardest part of that game is just getting like your like a foothold and like actually getting like, yourself set up. And then the game really opens up once you get like a car because you can drive to like PvP zones and like there's like mechs and stuff. And you the more dangerous they are, like the area you're in, like the higher the rewards will be and stuff like that. And I don't know, man. It's been a hoot and a holler to say the least.
Is there any questing in there? Or
Yeah, some so there's different zones on the map. And some of the zones will have little green circles, and in those green circles, those are like towns essentially, like little settlements. And inside of the settlements, they have like traders for different things. And like on the desk of those traders, there's like little notebooks of like quests you can go do for them to get more money, which essentially helps you like buy things like cars, and you like trade other players for like motorcycles or like if you need like antibiotics or something, like you can get all those things there.
oh, that's kind of nice.
Yeah. And so yeah, it's like there's a lot of incentive to do things with people, which is nice, and also like the total freedom to do everything by yourself too.
That's really nice. I really have to check that out. It's I saw it available on Lurkit. And
yeah, I actually tried to get it from there too before, and then I just ended up buying it.
Oh, nice.
I was like, I'm not gonna wait, man.
Yeah, I saw it and I was like, yeah, maybe I'll play that at some point. I'm just gonna hold off on it for now, but I think I better pull the trigger on it because it sounds like a pretty good experience. Have you ever played Dead Side?
I have seen it and I actually wanted to try it.
It's another game like this. It's another like DayZ like, open world, like I don't know if massively multiplayer is the right word for it, but that type of experience.
Yeah.
I haven't played it, so I'm not really sure exactly the differences and the similarities and stuff, but it's along the same lines, I think. And
yeah,
it's also
really
very
sure.
well like received, good reviews on that one too.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you have to really be in the game for a while to actually like know like what things are different and why it matters.
Yeah.
For stuff like this, because it's just like there's no like I know I do 30-minute videos. You can't do that for this, right? Like you need to like really dive in
Yeah.
to actually have any semblance of like what's actually happening and like why it might be better than something else. But yeah, man, if you want to play, we should play together. But that is the thing though about like games like this one, or at least this game in particular. I mean, you can't really buddy up with people at the beginning and expect to spawn with each other because you just get pushed off a plane in handcuffs. And then and then you just kind of fall randomly somewhere on the map, and the map is huge.
Oh no,
So,
you don't get to choose?
No, you don't get to choose. Not until you like get a bed and go register it, I guess.
That would be that would be kind of an interesting take, like an interesting change up on the BR formula. What if you were playing a battle royale and you just got pushed out at a random interval and you had to kind of like just deal with it?
Dude, that's what it's like. It's like a BR, but also Tarkov, and also like because you could like eventually get crazy gear and stuff. So it's like PvP totally like down the line later, like in other places.
Yeah.
And what's nice about my server is like the map is literally split like almost down the middle. So the left side is all PvE and you can't shoot anybody. And then like, you go to the right side of the map that's all PvP, and then it becomes like Tarkov essentially, where you go like grab stuff and like extract it essentially and go back to your base. And then it's all survival crafting again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super fun.
Damn, that sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'll hook you up on the server that I'm in too, because the server's awesome. You have to meet Inky,
the Russian guy.
Yeah,
with the car.
Dude, he's so funny. Yeah, we'll definitely get in there together.
Nice. Well, you been playing anything else?
I have been playing some other things. I played gosh, what is that one game called? Expedition into the Darkness, or Into the Dark. I revisited that one because I just came up with another play test. It's a little Dark and Darker-esque. Dark and Darker in itself is in a pretty bad spot right now as far as I'm not sure all of the reasons behind it, but I know the community's not very happy with them as far as I can tell, because I think it's like they just kind of lack like any real guidance, I think is the main thing. I'm not sure what all the nuances of it are though. But they're just kind of doing whatever the community wants them to do and not really like doing, but then also just making them all mad by doing that, I think. Because they're getting what they want and then it's all not right or something.
Oh no.
Or something like that.
Are they still dealing with the legal stuff?
I think they are, and I think it's getting worse. Unfortunately. But Expedition into the Darkness is and just not a dungeon diver, but it's PvE only. So you get like you can go in by yourself or like a group of like 3 other people, I believe. And then you just kind of go and fight like bosses and stuff and extract loot, and then you can just kind of do all like the meta dark and darker stuff where it's like, like I got like an alchemy station, a blacksmithing station, and then you just kind of gear up that way. But it's still in an alpha, so it's still super early. It's been very well received on many channels except for mine. everyone was so pissed. They're like, this game is hot garbage. like I don't know. Everyone just so negative in my comments lately, man.
You know what? I've been getting a little bit of that too. Like I try to look at a lot of games with an open mind. I don't like to just dump on stuff. But if you're a little bit too positive about something that, the community doesn't see as being a great 10 out of 10 game, then they'll let you know in the comments. They'll be like, oh, you're such a shill. This game is garbage. You don't know what you're talking about. All that. Dude,
gamers don't want a game no more, man. They just want to complain, bro. They don't get that's all they want to do.
Yeah. It's,
I'm looking for the real gamers to come back out of the woodworks, man. What happened to all of them? I mean, honestly, they probably don't want to interact with the comments. I mean, I don't. I don't go into comments of sections for like almost anything. I did go into Big Fry. So do you know Big Fry? I'm assuming you probably do.
Oh man,
he made a video on the new Black Ops trailer that came out. And I watched the video that he put on it because I remember watching it on the like the game show or whatever Summer Games Fest I think it was on, or maybe it was like the Xbox game show or something. They had the trailer for this game, whatever the new Black Ops is, and it was like they didn't do a title reveal until the very end, and everything like so. I was like the whole time I was like, oh dude, this looks sick. This is like a new IP. I don't play Black Ops games, so I'm not sure if any of this stuff was like a giveaway or anything. But like everything looks so cool and fresh, and I was like, dang, this looks like it could be really some heat come out of here. And then like at the very last second, they're like, it's Black Ops 7 or 17 or some shit. And I was like, no, I like literally laughed. And I wrote that as like part of like the comment. And like, I actually got a good amount of traction, but people were also pretty mean to me there too.
Big Fry. I mean, I find Big Fry to be a little bit negative. He's negative a lot.
Yeah, he's overtly negative, I think, for being controversial reasons. Yeah. Just like, I'm gonna be controversial because that's what people like.
Yep, it definitely gets a lot of traffic, that's for sure. I like playing new stuff, even if it's like a small low budget title. If it's got some neat gameplay, I like that.
That's what I'm saying, man. And like that's what I hate about the gamers that come into like, especially to my channel, because I'm almost never playing like big games. I'm usually playing games from like small, very tiny teams of people that are just like, I want to make a cool game, and I'm not a shill. Like I'm making something that I believe in. I'm like, yeah, dude, love that. And then everyone's like, fuck that guy. How dare you? I'm like, oh my God, man.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's wild. That's the internet for you.
Yeah, it really is. It really, really is. Yep. And then the other game I've been playing is Chroma Tower. It's also a new Dark and Darker. This one is like way more true to the actual Dark and Darker formula. But it's a little more asynchronous for PvP in the way that like there's like I think a mostly totally PvE with your team sort of a side. So like there's like essentially like a tower as the map. The left side of the tower is for one team, the right side is for the other team. And then there's like maps that are in the middle of the tower that are like dedicated PvP is how it seems. But that game is really damn hard. I couldn't believe it. I thought like I have some hours in Dark and Darker. Like I was like, okay, I feel confident going into this and actually like doing something pretty good. Oh my God, I got destroyed. I got absolutely just like stomped into the dirt by all the PvE, man. I couldn't believe it.
God.
Yeah, like I just stepped into like a room and then like 17 skeletons are coming at me like immediately.
Wow.
and you do like no damage. I was like, oh my god.
Jeez. How do you feel about PvP these days?
I'm realizing how much I suck at it now. I think I'm losing the gamer touch when I have
I'm feeling the same way. I don't have the reflexes that I used to. I'm getting old, and the kids now are just so good, and it's like, I'm good. I like a good PvE experience. It's a bit more chill. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it definitely is. It's like, I don't know. I could sit there and bang my head against the wall for a very long time against all the PvP stuff, and I do. But yeah, I'm not sure. I still do also
from time to time. I was playing Splitgate for a little bit.
Oh yeah. You were doing some Splitgate, weren't you?
Yeah, it's really good. I was doing very well when I was getting placed by the skill-based matchmaking, but once I got placed, I got absolutely destroyed. Just completely like in the back door, no lubrication, no romance.
Wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, especially games like that where there's like, it's all about like hyper mobility, like sort of like you need to be tweaking to do like crazy plays, you know, like.
And then it adds another layer with the portals, right? So it's like the shooting is great and the movement is fluid and, you know, fast and everything. And then you add portals into the mix and people can just appear behind you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's crazy.
So once you get good, you have to get good with the portals in that game. Once you're good with the portals, you can dominate anybody. And I am not good with the portals, not yet.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes like getting good at those movement types of things it's a really fun and rewarding. It's like I remember like Counter-Strike back in the day, like I would do like surf maps a lot. So there'd be like maps where you could like I don't know if you know what surfing is in Counter-Strike, but essentially like you use like their weird gravity system and you like strafe on side of like an angled wall or something. You essentially like fly across it, and then you can and they chain that with other things to build momentum and do crazy tricks and stuff like that. And then they give you a shotgun. Then you have to go around the map and kill people like that. And like I remember when like that was like impossible to learn. And then I like just sat down and like really tried to get good at it. And then eventually I got like really good at it. And I was like, oh my God, I understand now. Yeah. I understand. And then like I think that sort of movement has like become like really popular. You know, like that's like games like, I mean, not that like these games have that movement, but like having that like hyper like mobility kind of stuff. It's like really 100%. Popular for a reason.
Yep, for sure. I feel like I'm a pretty competent FPS player, but I'm trying to like one thing I really need to work on is my tracking skills. I was actually playing Aim Labs before one of my Splitgate streams, and my tracking is it's the worst. It's so bad. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm very jittery and I just cannot stay on target. I'm pretty decent at flicking, but I want to improve that.
Yeah, I saw you in the Aim Labs, man.
Yeah.
There's just something you got to keep playing. You know, you gotta get the sensitivity to the point where you actually have like enough like, you know, like room on your mouse pad to like move your arm instead of like just your wrist kind of stuff. Like, yeah. And then it's just a ton of practice.
Yep. Are you planning on, have we talked about the Switch 2 at all? Because the Switch 2, I think since we last recorded, we missed a week.
We did.
So it's been a little bit since we recorded last. Have we ever talked about the Switch 2? Are you going to get a Switch 2?
I am going to get a Switch 2 at some point.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure when. I don't know. I'm like, I say I want to get a Switch 2, but I'm also just like, I really want to save money, man.
Yeah, no. Same.
Because the main reason I want it, it's like not a good reason to get one. Because I just want it to, well, it's not a bad reason to get one. It doesn't make the most sense though. I want it so I can play Stardew Valley with my girlfriend.
That's a pretty good reason.
I can play it on the computer just fine, but I'm like, man, every time I'm playing with her, I'm like, man, I wish I was playing this in bed. So we could just like hang like that. I don't want to sit in my computer all day, man.
You know what I want to get? I want to get a Steam Deck. I'm thinking about the Steam Deck more and more, but I think I'm going to end up waiting for the Steam Deck 2 at this point because the Steam Deck's been out for like 3 years. And
they're due for another one.
Yeah, there's rumblings about them like working on a Steam Deck 2 right now, and it might be coming out in the next like 2 years, 1 to 2 years. So I think I'm just gonna wait.
At that point, you might as well just wait.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in saving mode anyways. So, but man, it looks sick. I like, especially as like a backlog annihilator, you know. So like, I got all my games on Steam, and you can actually remote play them to the Steam Deck. And like full quality and everything off your main rig. So I can be like gaming downstairs on the Steam Deck while Mrs. Mikey is watching one of her shows or reading a book or something. And that sounds really good. I want to be able to do that.
Like that kind of thing. That's like a nice quality of life thing. I was like, yeah, I could probably get down with that.
Yeah. Absolutely. I still got to play Cyberpunk and a bunch of other single player games.
Yeah, I do. I got Cyberpunk as a not early access. I pre-ordered it, and then I never played it.
Same. I did the exact same. Well, I couldn't play it because my old PC didn't like it for some reason. It crashed my old PC.
Mm-hmm.
I could only get like 20 minutes of game time in before it just hard crashed every single time. So
yeah, I actually think I bought it on my old PC too. So like, it definitely wouldn't have ran it. So, I don't even know why I got it. I was like, there's like, maybe I'm just a whim that it was going to work. And then when it came out, everyone was just like, oh yeah, this is awful. It's not good.
Well,
not optimized.
I mean,
so many bugs.
Everybody pre-ordered it. It was hard not to get hyped about that game.
Yeah. The marketing was crazy.
Yeah,
that's true.
Are you excited? Did you ever play The Witcher 3 or any of the other Witcher games? Are you excited for the new one?
Oh yeah. I played, I think I played the Witcher 2, The Wild Hunt.
3.
Or was that 3? That's 3.
Yeah.
Okay, I played that one, and that one was really fun. Yeah,
that one's picking up steam too. They're starting to market that one, and everybody's getting pretty excited about it. You know.
Did you ever watch the show?
There's a the Netflix show. I did. I watched. I think I finished season 1, and then I started season 2, and I decided that it was not really for me.
Yeah,
I loved Henry Cavill as Geralt. But
me too, and then when they said they wasn't coming back, I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to watch.
That was
probably.
pretty bad. Everything else about the show was not great, in my opinion.
That's fair. Honestly, I'm so easily impressed by a lot of stuff. Like, I think that's part of the reason I don't go watch movies. I'm like, yeah, I'm probably just going to like it.
I'm a little bit tougher to please when it comes to movies and TV shows and stuff. I can be a little bit, maybe not critical, but my standards are higher, I guess.
Yeah, see, I got no standards at all for that kind of stuff. I'm just like, yay!
It's all just like jingling keys in front of MTS's face.
Literally, that is literally what it's like.
There's nothing wrong with that.
You know what? That's the way. Honestly, that's the way I want to keep it too. Because when I get really into things, then I get really critical about them, and then I enjoy them less. Which I don't want to keep doing for myself because I'm going to run out of things to enjoy, I think, at some point. Because I did it with for a while, I went down to like a Magic hole, right? Not Magic the Gathering, which I am playing, but like literal just like stage Magic stuff. I was like, this is so fun. I really like it. I want to know how it all works. And then I took the time to go learn how it all works, and I'm like, okay, now the magic's gone. Now it's not interesting anymore.
Yeah.
And I really wish I'd never just went. Ignorance is bliss, man. Sometimes it just that's what I want to reclaim.
Yeah,
I'm trying not to ruin stuff for myself
it.
Anymore.
Jeez. I want to go back to another game that I want to play. I streamed it a few times. I want to finish Elden Ring, which is it's kind of a weird feeling for me because I'm not a Souls-like guy. Elden Ring was my first Souls-like, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I tried playing it. I got it at launch because I heard so many good things about it. And I was playing a melee build. Like I was playing, whatever fighter class. I can't remember the classes in that game, but just like melee with a sword and stuff. And I think
you were a cleric at first because I think I remember you playing. I think you might have been a cleric, and then you switched to magic.
Maybe, yeah. I switched to magic. Like when I started the first time with the sword and stuff, the melee combat, I was getting destroyed and I absolutely hated it. But I switched to magic and I was having a much better time and I'm really enjoying it. I was still getting killed a lot, but I was able to, the crutch of having magic and basically ranged, a ranged ability was helping me out quite a bit. And I ended up enjoying the game way more. So
yeah, magic in those games usually is way better than most of the stuff, which is really nice because it makes it still approachable for other people.
But I
still want to enjoy the game,
Yeah, but that's the thing. I felt when I was going into it, I felt self-conscious because I was aware of the what do you call it? Like a bias or the community is critical against people who use magic builds. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
A stigma. There was a stigma against magic and conjuring builds.
Stigma. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, I think in the back of my mind, I was like, I should probably play as one of these other classes instead, because this is apparently how the game's supposed to be played. And I hated it. I hated every single second. So that's part of my newish philosophy, Oscar Mikey's newish philosophy of just enjoying stuff more. And that goes for like experiencing smaller games as well. That's why I get frustrated when I see like angry comments about like smaller titles, smaller indie games in my comments in my videos. It's like, chill out, man. Just have fun with it, you know?
Yeah, people take themselves way too seriously, and it's like I don't need you around if that's the way you're gonna be. Like I'm much better off without you.
The like the magic builds are in the game, so like it's an option for you to play as in the game. Well, like what's the big deal?
Have some fun, live a little, man.
Exactly,
it's fine.
live a little.
The Dark Souls police aren't going to come after you and take away all your pride, okay? Like,
the Dark Souls police, exactly. I'm not trying to get my nuts stomped on like 100 times every day in this game. I just want to have fun with it.
Exactly. Yeah, do what you want to do, man. That's the important thing.
Exactly.
Not what everyone else is expecting of you to do.
Exactly.
I have been seeing you play some Zomboid, and that's making me pretty stoked too.
Yeah. So I actually kind of applied the same philosophy when I was going back into that game, because when I tried to play last, I would always die very quick. You know what I mean?
It's easy to do.
Yeah, I think you were the same way. Like it was like my thing was it was really hard to get into the game and learn all of its intricacies and controls and stuff, because like the base difficulty is a little bit punishing for new players, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
You can get overwhelmed really easily, and you don't know how to manage your skills, and you're, you don't really know how to level up and use the TV.
And so you don't even know what's available to you either. So it's like you don't even know like what you should be like on the lookout for. It's like I could grab this for some like really obscure crafting thing later that's super important, but I just won't know about it. Exactly.
So what I did is I did sandbox mode, and I changed the zombies up a little bit. I gave them no respawns. They can't infect me.
That's how you should play, honestly.
Yeah, I hate it. There's been so many times where I've like, oh my God, there's a gas station there. I need to get gasoline for my car. I lead all the zombies away, and then I come back and there's a whole new horde there. It's like, what? This is not fair. This is totally not fair. So like, no respawning, no infecting through blood, only saliva. So they have to bite me, no scratches.
Yeah.
And maybe like one or two other things, and it's been working out really well. I feel like I can actually like take some time and like play the game and learn all these systems and get better at it now. Yeah,
you can always like, you can either keep it the same way you're doing it or turn it up later. Like it's literally a sandbox. It's not it's not like a game that like you're supposed to be playing it a certain way. Because I know there's also that same stigma about like putting on multi-hit. Where you can like swing something, and if like multiple zombies are in range, you like get to hit them all instead of just one of them.
Oh yeah.
People hate that. They hate when people do that. People are getting dragged over the coals, man.
Oh man, I think I might have that enabled in my playthrough.
It's fun. I mean, you do take a lot more strain though, like when you do it, but I think it's just more satisfying to like just like I don't know, like D&D. There's like cleave damage in D&D, like for certain enemies. So like that means like if you hit one, if like you're hitting like fighting like a pack of something, you can like cleave through one person if you kill it and like hit someone else. Like I think like those types of things are fine.
Yeah, that's pretty.
It really matters.
That's pretty badass. I like that. Yeah, I'm having fun with it, man. I'm learning the game. I'm having a good time. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, man. That's a game I always talk about. Like, man, I really want to do a like. Sorry, there's a car alarm going off.
I can hear it. Yeah.
Hopefully it stops soon. I always want to go ahead and like make a series on it, man, because I'm like, dude, this would be so much fun. But I'm also super intimidated by it because I'm like, I don't know if I could make like an interesting series with the amount of knowledge that I have about this game. But I really want to try. You
would really have to. Like, there's so many amazing YouTube series on Project Zomboid. Like, so many people have done like 100 days or a year using only the worst start with all the negative traits, or
oh yeah,
all those kinds of things.
Ambiguous amphibian one, right?
Yeah, you'd have to really like be creative with it and think of something really unique and do like a really creative series. Yeah,
and that's why I was kind of like also toying around the idea of doing like Surround Dead.
Oh yeah,
but I don't know if there's enough content in that. I mean, I think you could make like a very short series on it, but I think you run out of stuff pretty quickly, which may not be a bad thing, honestly.
Yeah, give it a try.
As far as like a series goes.
Yeah, like think about it a little bit. Maybe you can you can do something with that.
Yeah, maybe, or maybe I'll just become a Scum Lord and just only play Scum now.
Or you could do that totally.
We'll see. One day I'll decide what this channel is actually going to be.
Azir Sievert just got updated today, actually.
Oh, what did they put in?
My one game. It's not a huge update. I think they added more robust Steam Deck like controller support, I think. Oh, there's
you'll be recording from your bed soon.
Yeah, exactly.
Recordings from your bed.
Exactly. There's a prologue now that's good for onboarding new players. Let me see. New difficulty presets. It's just kind of a bunch of minor stuff. Trading and inventory updates. Improvements to the PDA, like the UI.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to cover it.
I'm excited to see what Cabo's going to do next.
Yeah. I wonder what he's working on. He's probably taking a long, well-deserved vacation.
Hopefully, yeah. I do really hope that's the case.
Enjoying his riches,
as he should be.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, you know, like when you come out with a really successful game like that, it's like, yeah, now you got like money and you can like really just work on what you want to work on at the pace you want to work on it too.
Yeah.
So who knows? Who knows how long it might take for the next one?
Stalker got updated too. I was playing Stalker earlier today.
Oh yeah.
Stalker 2. Yeah. There's official modding tools in the game now.
Ooh,
which is pretty exciting.
Heck yeah. That is exciting. Yeah, because I think I think it's all through Unreal now. I think that was kind of like I think we knew that modding tools were going to come eventually, but I do remember some people being like, I don't know how good, like I don't think we're ever going to get like a gamma for Stalker 2 essentially based off of like the limitations of Unreal Engine. Which is what I really want.
That's what I want too.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. I was playing it earlier today and I was like, I was getting a little depressed while I was playing it because I was like, man, this is just not Gamma.
Yeah, I know. It's like, that's like, Gamma was my first real Stalker game, essentially. So I was like, oh man, this is like all my expectations of like what this game should be. And then I got Stalker 2 and I was like, I mean, it's still really cool. Don't get me wrong. But like, part of me is always just like, well, I mean, it's just not Gamma, man.
Yeah.
It really do be hitting different.
The survival crafting and looting aspect of Gamma is so hardcore. And when you move to Stalker 2, I'm constantly wandering around with like 50 med kits in my bag and like 60 bandages and tons of guns and ammo. Like I'm flush with gear all the time, you know? And it doesn't hit the same. It just doesn't have that same, you know, it factor or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, there's no like, I know it's like the same reason why a lot of like Tarkov style games never really take off is because there's no tension really. Yeah. And like Gamma has the tension because like if you die, it's like, oh, there goes everything kind of. That's like kind of how it feels.
Yeah.
And like you're scraping by the entire time. Like, and a lot of other games don't really like, they can't really capture that in a way that still feels like really fun.
Well, whatever the limitations are with regard to like making a Gamma style, you know, but in Stalker 2, I hope that can be overcome at some point. I hope somebody does something with that because I would be so down to play that.
Yeah, dude, I think that'd be amazing. Like, especially like with these graphics, dude. Ooh,
yeah, for sure.
It'd be so fun. Dude, did you see that Tarkov? I think it finally got a release date for 1.0.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is it going to be like is it going to be like Streets of Tarkov is coming out like this holiday and then they postpone it by like a year and a half?
Who knows? Honestly. who really knows anymore?
What what did they say?
So there never mind, maybe I'm wrong. There's a final pre-launch wipe. So I think that's what's happening. Maybe I remember them saying forever ago that like the next wipe will be when 1.0 comes out, but maybe they're doing one more wipe now. So maybe it is going to be a little bit longer.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not sure if they're still packaging them together or not. But I think the next wipe is coming out sometime in July.
Okay.
So maybe 1.0. Maybe 1.0. Who knows?
Are you going to get back into it? You're going to get back into Tarkov? Because that's another game you were addicted to for a while there.
Yeah, that is another one that I really like to play.
You have a lot of crazy addictions. They vary wildly.
Dude, it's the ADD, man. Like you just hyperfixate on stuff. Like it's so real.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I just get down in like little rabbit holes. I'm like, dude, I love this. I love this right now, man. So I'm gonna keep playing the hell out of it. But I think I'll probably go back because I think I might have some friends that want to play for like the 1.0 at least. And if anything, like the early wipe is always fun. It's always just a chaotic mess of just like noobs and like pros and like it's like all, and it's fun to kind of like for me. It's like my journey has just been like it started like way late in the development cycle of the game. So I'm still very much learning the ropes. So like when the wipe happens, I'm like, here's a bunch of idiots.
Perfect chance for you to come back in and like be on a level playing field with everybody else.
Right. Like everyone that's just as bad as me. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You're saying I have a chance. And then I start getting dumpstered on when I go to Shoreline, and I'm like, okay, now I'm done.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it only takes about 3 or 4 days before the no lifers get Kappa or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Disgusting gremlins just like playing this freaking game 24/7.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do it 24/7. Honestly, once some of the quests are just like so much, man. I'm like, okay, what are we doing here? Like,
yeah, there's some of the quests are just so stupid.
Core. It's like suffercore at its finest.
Exactly.
But I was like, dude, I don't know.
And this is coming from you. This is coming from a guy who's super into grinding and stuff.
I know, but it's like I don't know. I guess there's a skill issue. Maybe it's just a skill issue. Because I think there's plenty of streamers who made it their whole livelihood, and they're like, "Yeah, I do fine. Like, it doesn't matter. I can lose so many kits and I come back immediately." It's like, yeah, I don't have that.
I bet Landmark doesn't give a shit when he dies.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
Someone I have been enjoying that is someone you told me about. The Burnt Peanut. I've been watching a lot of him recently.
He's insane. He's crazy. Dude, literally insane.
Yeah. Like I was watching him actually do some GTA RP, which was really funny.
Oh, here we go. Empty Estes back on his bullshit with his GTA RP.
We gotta get Oscar Mikey in there, boy. I also gotta get me in there still too. But one day when GTA 6 comes out, man, well, when is that coming out, by the way? Isn't that like
it's next year now?
Oh, it's next year now? Oh, okay,
yeah.
Sure.
May 2026.
Wow. Okay. Never mind. I was going to say this might be coming out pretty soon, but no, it's not. Yet again.
I can't believe Peanut was playing something other than Tarkov. I've never seen him play anything but Tarkov.
I've only seen him play. So I watch Hutch MF sometimes. When I'm working, I'll have him on in the background since he does a lot of RP, and he does a lot of GT RP. He does a lot of Tarkov stuff too, and he was in a Delta Force tournament with Gingy and the Burnt Peanut, and that's when I started the first time I actually watched the Burnt Peanut was during that, and he's actually really funny, and that's the only other game I've seen him play besides GTA.
Nice. Yeah, I saw him playing Tarkov with Gingy. He's just this he's just this autistic screaming peanut, and he's got the Snapchat filter on with all the hats and stuff, and he's screaming at the top of his lungs while he's playing this game. It's just
it's so good.
Yeah, he's pretty hilarious. What are your go-to content creators? Who do you watch the most?
Creators. Who do I watch the most? Probably I watch a lot of Carnage. I'd say I probably watch him probably the most. Lately I've been watching some Deadly Slob. I've been watching him a little bit because he's playing some Scum right now. And also sometimes I watch Anthony Kongpun because he also does some of that stuff too. Sequisha because he does some Zomboid sometimes. I like watching him. Sometimes I'll watch Summit 1G. I'm gonna just pull up my list actually. Let's just see who am I watching recently, man. Chiblee, I've been watching some Chiblee lately, man. I like Chiblee because he's kind of in that same boat as Northern Lion, who's I also watch him a ton. I probably watched Northern Lion maybe more than Carnage.
Wow.
Yeah, Northern Lion is, I don't know, his humor is so my humor. That's yeah, and I really like that he just interjects young person slang into everything he says all the time, very seriously, but kind of joking.
I love that.
Who about you?
I watch a lot of stuff that isn't gaming actually. Let me see. I love Aqua FPS. He's got to be my favorite content creator.
Is he not a gamer?
No, he is. He is.
Okay.
That's I guess that would be my number one gaming content creator. And then I
Gotcha.
watch like photography channels. James Popsis, he's an English photographer. I watch a lot
cool.
of, like, I don't know what you would call these shows, like general kind of informational podcasts. I watch Chris Williamson, Diary of a CEO. I'm looking at my list here. I watch like tech reviews. I watch LTT, super reviews, like headphone reviews and things.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That lines up a lot. That makes a lot of sense.
It does.
It's all
Do I
coming
strike you as
together.
kind of a nerd?
You strike me as a tech guy.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
I think you like tech.
I do. Yeah. I've been kind of a tech guy for most of my life. Yeah.
I've always wanted to be a tech guy, man, but I'm so
It's not worth it. Don't do
too
it.
stupid. To
Don't
understand
do it.
this
You'll be
shit,
tech
man.
support for your family for the rest of your life, and nobody wants that.
No, it's fine. My dad was tech support for
And I
so
bet he
long.
hated it. It's the worst.
Yeah, I don't think he liked his job very much.
Now my cable box isn't working. Can you come over and fix my cable box?
Oh, his tech stuff was more like I'm running like server administration for like healthcare firms and like like all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
It was like real coding kind of like hacker kind of shit, I think.
Right. But I bet like his friends and family called him whenever they had problems.
I always did.
I know. I feel his pain. I can feel it right now.
I remember when I was little, I would like, I don't remember how it kept getting uninstalled if I did it or something, but like we had like a family computer room, and I'd always like, I would ask him constantly, like, hey, can you install Call of Duty for me, please? Like the first one, because I didn't know how to do it or something. So I'd always be asking him to do stuff like that for me.
Right. That's cute. That's super cute.
Yeah, my dad's a G. He's really cool. Yeah, once he retired, like the only thing he really wanted to go do was like go hiking and stuff. Like he's really into backpacking. So his first thing he did when he retired, he's like, I'm gonna go hike the Appalachian Trail. So he took like 6 months to go through hike the entire thing.
Wow.
Dude, yeah, dude's a monster. Like,
I don't know if I want to get to that level. I just don't want to. I don't want to be huffing and puffing when I go up and down my stairs.
that would be nice too, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Well, you get that squat rack in, man. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Gonna be cracking those knees, get on the bike, sweating all over the place, sweating all over my beautiful new floor. It's gonna be great.
Dude, it's nice. It won't stick in the carpet. That's like best case scenario. Get a little mat or something too. A little mat for underneath it.
Yeah. We have a couple of
that wood.
Yeah, we're talking about putting some padding underneath there or something because I don't want to scratch it up. We got a couple of workout mats, some rollout things. Yeah, gonna get started with that. I've been eating protein shakes actually. Something else that I've just started up again. I used to drink protein shakes all the time, like nice berry smoothies and stuff, but I stopped for a while and I'm back on them and I feel great. I'm feeling a lot better just by having those. Loading them up with blueberries and strawberries and kale, putting some kale in there. Kale is really good for you, I hear. Lots of iron in there.
Yeah, man, it's good to eat the rainbow if you can. And like, if you drink it, it's even easier.
Yeah,
I
love
it. Just put all that in there.
Yeah, it makes it super easy. Just throw it all in a blender, blend it up, and then just chug it down.
I'm waiting for the milk flavored GamerSupps from you. When's that happening?
Yes. We're in talks right now. We're working on the waifu as we speak.
The waifu, yeah, man, the milkers, dude. Imagine.
Yes. It was meant to be.
It was literally the most appropriate, inappropriate kind of way that I think you could interface with that brand.
Yeah. God, I could make so many jokes right now, but I don't want to get too inappropriate for our audience. Yeah, if you don't know what GamerSupps is, just maybe I'll put a link in the show notes in the description or something.
We should get an AI generated GamerSupps version of your logo.
Yes.
With a little waifu cowgirl.
Yes. Yes. You know what I'm doing once we're finished with this show? Once we shut it down, I'm going right to AI image generation. I'm going straight to freaking Midjourney and I'm making some images.
That's what it's all about, man. That's the best part about AI.
Yeah,
images whenever you want them.
Yeah, I keep seeing those memes online of like people in the past, people in the 50s or 60s being like, in the future we're going to have flying cars, and then in the next frame it's like AI waifu generation.
It's so true though.
Yeah.
We just like truly just showed our colors as a race.
Yep. We know where our priorities are now.
Just degeneracy out the window.
Absolutely.
At all costs.
I'm here for it. Actually, there's another game that just came out. I don't know if you're aware. We've missed so much in these last couple of weeks. So much has happened. But Death Stranding 2 is out now. It should be out by the time this podcast comes out. I've watched the Game Ranks video on it. I watched what's his name? ACG. He did a review on it. I don't know if SkillUp has done a video on it yet. What's this guy's name?
That's actually the other streamer I forgot to mention. I watched a ton of, is Lyric. That's like also one of my favorite streamers. He's playing it right now, so I've watched like a little bit, but not really enough to like comment on anything other than how cool the graphics are.
Yeah, no, the graphics look massively updated.
Yeah, like I remember the first one came out, I was like, this is like crazy, but like I saw the interest in it, like the intro, like of him walking, like in player controlled walking, and it looked fucking real, and I was like, that is crazy.
I'm actually in the middle of playing. I don't know if you've seen my Death Stranding members only playthrough that I've been doing.
Yeah, I've seen that you've been playing it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm almost done Death Stranding 1. I'm very close.
How have you been liking it? It's
great. It's I think it's kind of outstaying its welcome a little bit. I think it might be a little bit too long, but overall it's a great game. It's one of those weird niche games that when somebody describes it to you, you're like, what? That doesn't sound like fun at all. Like basically a fetch quest game, a delivery, like Amazon delivery guy simulator. That doesn't sound fun at all. But there's like this weird, there's this like weird satisfaction you get from like carving the perfect path and making a delivery with all the packages in perfect condition. And you get that S rank, oh yeah, I got S rank on this delivery. And it scratches some kind of itch that I never knew that I had.
It's so weird too, that it's like such a, basic thing. Like fetch quests have been around for so long, and then like Hideo is just like, how about it's like the most epic thing ever instead. It is the game.
Yeah, exactly.
And they also just tying in like all these crazy like plot lines and like character developments, like all this like crazy story and narrative into it somehow. And it's like, this is just a game about delivering a package, man. How did we do this? I'm like, can we do this somewhere else? What other things can we turn into Death Stranding?
Yeah.
I'm not
Sometimes,
sure.
I mean, in the first one, I do have a couple of cons with it. Like, it gets it can get a little bit repetitive, and I think it might be a little bit too long hour wise, but it also like the classic Hideo Kojima cutscenes are here in full force. And for me, I just kind of got a little bit burned out on the story and like the cinematics, and I was like, oh my god, it feels like Hideo's like extra up his own ass in this game, like he's these cutscenes are so extra, and it's like, oh my god, I can barely keep up with it.
I think it's because he's gearing up to just be like a movie maker or something. I think he's like to like we gotta hone these skills right now while we're doing this game.
Director in training.
Yeah, for real. So I thought I heard a while ago, I was like, I don't want to make games anymore. I want to make movies. And I was like, oh, okay.
What? Really?
Yeah, that's something that I heard. Maybe it was all lies. But
damn.
I mean, it is the internet after all.
Hideo, Metal Gear movie when? Metal Gear Solid movie when? Come on.
Dude, that. He should make that. I think there's no way he doesn't, right?
If he's serious about being a movie maker, he's got to. There's no way. Well, like he doesn't own. Like he's not affiliated with Metal Gear Solid anymore, right?
Really?
Because he left the company.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
I thought that's what happened.
I don't know anything about them, either of these companies, like at all. I never played any of the Metal Gear games, so
yeah,
your knowledge on this is probably way more advanced than mine.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe not. If you're watching on YouTube, or if you can leave a comment and tell me about the Hideo Kojima saga of him leaving his company, and can he still do stuff with Metal Gear? I'm not really sure. Leave it in a comment for us.
I did see they're coming out with a new Metal Gear though. They're doing Solid Snake again.
Oh yeah, they're doing Metal Gear 3 remake. That game is sick. I played that on launch, and my god, absolute cinema. Speaking of movies.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, that game is so good. Were
Yeah,
you
one
ever
day
into
I
Metal
gotta get
Gear at
through
all?
'em. No. I grew up with friends that loved it, and I never really had a console, at least that I can think of, that I was like, oh yeah, I'll get a Metal Gear game or something. Growing up, because I think I did have a PS2, so I probably could have played it. I think it was probably on that, right?
It
Makes
was.
sense.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
it was. Yeah.
I probably could have played it at some point, but I was also really into RuneScape, so
Yeah,
one
that's
of those
fair
won
enough.
out.
Everybody's got their genres, their favorites, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it had to be on PS2 because I had a PS2. That was like my main console. So yeah. But for the longest time, Metal Gear was like a Sony PlayStation exclusive thing. It's not anymore. I didn't play MGS2. I played a little bit of MGS1, and then I really got into the franchise with 3.
That's like a pretty popular like speedrunning game too, isn't it? Or like franchise, right? People speedrunning.
I don't know. It might be, yeah. Are you really into speedrunning? Do you watch that stuff a lot?
I'll watch it when it comes on. It's almost like it's like hard to look away sometimes. I'm not really interested, but I'm like at the same time I'm like, oh, he's doing it. Wait, he's doing it.
Wow.
That's kind of sick. So sometimes I'll watch like if there's like a like one of they'll do like charity events for like a speedrunning like convention thing, I think. And sometimes we'll tune into that and watch that. And then sometimes Summit 1G will do, he does like speedruns of Halo 2, I think, and then also Max Payne. So those are kind of fun to watch because I don't know, it's actually kind of interesting. Like when you see like the amount of time you have to put into learning like a certain skip or something or a certain tech. It's like, okay, I have to play the game for like 20 minutes to get to this one spot to try this out, and then I like can't do it again or something.
Yeah.
To try to figure out there's like one little thing that'll save you like 10 seconds. It's kind of interesting.
Occasionally I'll get a ping in my newsfeed about somebody who did a blindfolded speed run on some game.
That's crazy.
And they'll get a lot of the time they'll get exposed like it wasn't real. And a couple of days later people will like they'll get found out and they're like, it was all bullshit the whole time. They could see through the blindfold or whatever. They were peeking over it or under it or something. It's like, you liar.
Dude, I used to be doing that a lot when I was little. Whenever, like there would be like little games like, it's like, oh yeah, like everyone, like you gotta get blindfolded. And I was like, oh, I was just like looking underneath it.
I was a
fucking cheater, man.
Oh, I was a dirty screen looker whenever I'd play split screen with my buddies.
Oh, it's impossible not to.
It's impossible not to.
But I'd always be calling them out too. I'm like, you
same. Yeah. What are you doing? No screen looking.
You gotta get like a little divider or something for the screen, man.
Hang some sheets from the ceiling or something.
These days won't know what that's like.
Yeah, no, never. Man, they're missing out. We had it good.
Yeah, dude, some crazy funny times because of all the conflict that kind of stuff created. I do remember getting into like full on like fights with like my friends like, for stuff like that. Like we'd play like go to their house and play like Medal of Honor or something like that. We'd running around like well rods on like a battleship or something.
Yes.
Dude, so fun.
So awesome. I love it. All right, man. I think I'm all set. I don't have anything else to talk about.
Yeah, I think I'm good too.
Okay. Well, thank you for listening, everybody. This is the Loot Drop Podcast. My name's Oscar Mikey, and this is Empty Estes. We'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.